We're back with the Harlem Globetrotter Triple Elimination Tournament. This is round 4, and I'm playing against a fellow Little Leaguer, Jasmine. You can see right there I just moused over Jose Canseco. Jose is her replacement pick, in the same way that I have Nomar, and I chucked my 9th round pick. She got Jose Canseco and chucked her 8th round pick, Olga Tollefson. So she still has her 9th rounder, that would be Michiko Adachi, and I think she kept her for the arm. Whereas Olga, who's a speedy player and kind of a relief pitcher, has no arm to speak of. However, since Jasmine has Amanda Hellerman as her pitcher, the Randy Johnson clone with 100 stamina, she doesn't really need relief pitching, so I guess that was her decision. She sacrificed speed for arm strength. I hope you guys like emotes, because that's what you will be getting a lot of in this game. Jasmine loves to emote. Pretty much every time I've played her, she has spammed the emote buttons. So I hope you like them as much as she does. Guess she's still working on her. Oh, no, we're getting into it. There's Amanda. A demon on the rubber. Starting off with Wally as usual. And since Amanda has 100 stamina, and it's really not possible to tire her out unless she's throwing a ridiculous amount of balls, I'm pretty much going to swing at anything that looks good. At least I think that was my strategy. This game was several days ago at this point, so I don't have perfect memory of it. What I do have, though, is another bowl of ice cream. Very nice from Wally. Not strawberry today. I've got caramel toffee crunch. To be honest, I prefer fruit flavors. They taste more natural than whatever this is. But ice cream is kind of like pizza. You can't go wrong with it. That's swingable. Yep. Hopefully it takes a weird bounce. Nope. Just bounces right into Michiko's glove, and she... Oh, that's interesting. The shortstop actually crossed second base and fielded the ball there and tossed it to the second baseman who was covering the bag. Cheryl may get an intentional walk here. Of all the players in the Little League this season, I mean, this tournament is not part of the regular season. But since Jasmine and I are both in the Little League, she has the most walks by far out of any coach in that league. Though Devil Dave did just play a game where he issued like 10 walks. So maybe it's not by far that Jasmine has the record anymore. Big hit, but Maria is... Oh, yeah, she ran a little too far. Great start for the Pirates. Yeah, that's going to be in there. Even though, as the Randy Johnson clone, Amanda has a great fastball, Jasmine does not seem to use it. I kind of like that decision. Lay off the fastball. You're making it trickier for your opponent to figure out where exactly you're locating your pitches. That's a ball, isn't it? No. Yeah, see, I was fooled. Now, just like I was then. So here's Nomar. Let's see if, as my extra player in this event, he can do some damage here. Nearly a pixel-perfect pitch. Low? Yep. This is where I might bust out the fastball. I guess not. Amanda's so tall that you can see her character model was not lined up with the ball at all, but as a 5 height, pretty sure her catch box is also wider in addition to being taller than normal. So she snags that ball. Feels bad not to have scored there in the first inning since I did have a decent shot at it. But there's lots of game left to go. Where are the emotes, I wonder? I made a big deal about emotes in like the introduction to the game. And I haven't seen any. There's one. The first of many. When I saw that, liner down the left field line, I was like, oh God, are we starting out with a homer here? Had the same feeling here.
Let's go, me. Bad play by me. Let's go, me.
And that was a lot higher. Pitch ended up a lot higher than I aimed it, which can happen sometimes. So we're starting off with a deficit. Jasmine capitalizing on, I would say, my mistake, but I mean, honestly, it was more of my pitcher's mistake. Comes with the territory, though. By territory, I mean the act of playing backyard baseball. Okay. Looks like I am actually pitching to Jose. He's the only really big bat on Jasmine's team. Her kind of like mascot player, I guess, Maria Luna, does have an 87 out of 100 bat. Yeah, I'm actually pitching to him. Dang. Okay. Kind of glad that was so far, low and inside compared to where I located it. Because I don't want to start 2-0. Speaking of Maria, here she is. She doesn't nearly have the bat that Jose does, though. This is the field with the... Nice. Nice. Parks is the field with the shortest fences, I think. So Maria does have home run power here. But she's not the sort to, I mean, at least from what I've seen, she's not the type to get a lot of lift on her pitches. On her hits, rather. Sorry, I'm just so distracted by this ice cream. If I keep having a bowl every time I commentate these games, I'm going to pack on a few pounds. Okay. Yeah, nicely hit ball. Not sure exactly how it got by her third baseman. Looking at the stat sheet here, that's Randy Uno. I think Jasmine may have like tried to manually click on the ball just as it was passing Randy, which would have resulted in that awkward dive. Not sure. Yeah, I'm just out here. Jose does have that strong arm, so I was hoping maybe he would overthrow Raquel. No such luck. Okay. Donald working the count. Can he get on base? There's the fastball. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first one we've seen so far. So I'm anticipating a hook now. There it is. Not a great result off the bat, though. Kind of expected, as that was the bottom of my lineup. And we've got one more. Fernando, actually, my pitcher, is my ninth batter. But after we get through him in the top of the third, we'll be, you know, in decent shape again. Have another shot at getting some runs on the board. Randy does make contact there, trying to bait her into swinging at something outside the zone, but I guess it was close enough that she could put her bat on it. That time, though, it was too far down. It does seem to me as though throwing a heat, regardless of what happens on that pitch, does kind of psychologically incentivize people to swing at the next one, whatever it may be.
I guess I'm not doing so good.
Come on, Wally. All right.
You're doing super fantastic.
Okay, there's Fernando. It's in there. Yeah. We can swing at that, honestly. Maybe low? Yeah. Amanda has that 100 stamina, so what you want is to prevent her from getting strikeouts. So if that means, yeah, if that means just swinging at pitches that you know you can get your bat on, then you should swing at them. Okay. Her hooks really do have a lot of curve to them. But what's interesting about Amanda and Randy Johnson is that one of her hooks is slightly better than the other, so that one has more movement to it. That can help to throw people off. Yuck. I assume the reason for that low quality hit is that that ball was actually outside the zone, and if I had taken it, I could have gotten a walk. It did look like a strike to me here on this repeat viewing. Maybe it was just a weak hit. Maybe it was in the zone and it was just a weak hit. That pitch, though, was outside the zone. Take that. There's the pixel perfect pitch she's been looking for, I think, on a lot of these deliveries. That one a little bit more clearly a strike, though still very nicely located. Okay, Raquel Cullen. Decent bat, but fairly slow. So we should still be able to get this out. Except Alicia leaves the bag for some reason. And we get some emotes there. Okay. Claudia flubs the ball.
It's okay.
So now we've gotten a drop from Gwen. We've got Alicia coming off the bag to let Raquel on at first. We've got a drop from Claudia at center field. Team's crumbling a little bit here. Nomar's going to have to buckle down. Especially since we've just gotten back to the top of the order. I should probably take Nomar off the mound. Okay. Should probably take Nomar off the mound and put Fernando back on. Okay, we're looking for a double play here. But instead, we overthrow Wally entirely. And he also drops it on the relay. You know, what could have been a relay. So that was just a mess. Yeah, honestly, this pitching change should have happened when Brenda was up to bat. Though I really don't think it's Nomar's fault that that play developed the way it did. Just some poor luck. Incredible catch by Cheryl there. To thankfully, end that nightmare inning. Jasmine only put up 1 run, but it was just, so many mistakes by my kids. Drop? Yep. Okay. This is definitely a chance to start the equalization process. It's going to be outside, yeah? That's inside. Mm-hmm. In the zone, rather. Yeah. Nice pitch there. Oh, I keep it on power instead of switching to line drive. Okay. I guess I'm really fiending. Fiending for this tying home run. That's going to be a ball? Yes.
Oh well, that's okay. I'll do better next
Okay, now if I say take the same tack with Nomar this time that I did in the previous at-bat, when I was swinging with power with runners on base, I'm going to be looking for a home run here. Yep, there I go. Oh, that's not what you want to see. And I make a crucial mistake. And as I'm sprinting with Alicia to get her to second, I accidentally move my mouse onto Cheryl's base path and turn her around, even though she was going to be, my base runners were easily going to be safe at second and third since Jose took the wrong course. So I go from a situation where I would have had 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out to what I've got, currently, where I have 1 runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And that was definitely disheartening. Surprised that was a ball.
Major bummer.
I guess Jasmine is also surprised. Or was. Thankfully that goes foul. Switch to power here for some reason. I guess I'm hoping for a but that's a great pitch to... Yeah, I should have gone all the way over to open stance there. Kind of squandered that opportunity, honestly. Not the pitch we just saw, but the one previously where I didn't go over to open stance. That's going to be a ball, yes? No. Ooh, see, it doesn't curve, like, sharply in. Instead, it kind of drops down. Interesting. You don't really expect that from Randy or Amanda as his clone. You expect the pitches to have more, side-to-side movement, I guess. So you got me there. Nice pitching. Yeah, that we've had some real stinky innings this game. One was entirely my own fault, the one we just saw. And Wally getting a lot more drops from him as, my experience with him on my team has gone on this season. The regular season and in this tournament. So yeah, we've had one terrible inning of my own making where I turned Cheryl around there by accident. And then the other terrible inning was when my team was just committing errors all over the place. The drop in center field, the drop from Gwen, the drop from Wally. Ah, see, there you go.
Bad play by me.
Fernando with a similar pitch to the one that just tricked me. And his juice was very full as well. Typically, you start to see hooks take different courses when the pitcher's stamina begins to drop. But as with everything else in this game, there's an element of randomness. So I guess you can get weird hooks like that, even when the pitcher is still healthy, so to speak. That's way in the zone, man. Oh, she should have kept it on open for sure. Okay, well, Cheryl overthrowing Wally there. That, I would say, is also my own fault. At that point, I could have just walked with Cheryl into Fernando. Like, walked all the way up next to the pitcher and just lightly tossed it to him. Okay, another drop.
Let's go, me.
Still scoreless. And we're in the bottom 3. Artie's my 7th hitter, so the bottom 3 of my batting order here. This is probably not the inning where we're going to equalize, but we'll do our best. already not a bad bat, you know, not at all. Yeah, got me there. That has to be low, yeah? Ooh, that was the god pitch. The pixel pitch. So now 4 strikeouts from Amanda. If we assume that one of those is a juice, that means she has three power-ups. The only power-up I really fear... Oh, what? Oh, my. Another absolutely, like, flawless pitch. I'm getting dotted on. So if we assume Amanda has 1 juice and 3 power-up pitches, the only power-up pitch I really fear is the fireball. So if she has one of those, things could get tricky. What is going on? I get very lucky there with the drop. The luckiest thing about it was not that she dropped it, but the direction that she flubbed it, because Jose was standing behind her. Oh my god, another... Look at that pitch. Did you see that? Amanda's styling on me right now. Yeah, so Raquel dropped that ball. Should have swung. And when she dropped it, she flubbed it away from Jose, who was ready to back her up. So... Yeah, right. Okay, so right there, I'm sure that my rationale for swinging was I was afraid it was going to be another one of those hooks that dips low rather than, you know, curving horizontally. I guess, what the hell? What was that play? Why did I decide to steal? Oh, I know why I stole. It's because Wally was up to bat, and I didn't want him to, like... I didn't want Donald on the base path to encumber Wally.
You're good.
So I decided to strike out on purpose so that I could lead off the top of the 6th with my leadoff man. I remember that coming to mind now. Okay, thankfully a foul there. On this field, there's the potential for batters to, like, rip one down the first or third base lines, and then the ball, after it's cleared the bag, will hook out of play, go past the fence, and it'll result in a ground rule double.
Oh well, let's go, me.
That pitch a little further inside the zone that I wanted. But Maryland does foul it off, so we're okay.
It's okay.
Ooh, risky there from Cheryl. Throwing that so hard to Fernando on the mound. Because if he had gone into his idle animation, she could have thrown it out of bounds. That would advance Maryland. All right, a nice catch from Gwen. It's sometimes difficult for me to get those catches with her because I'm very dependent on my player's eyesight, you know, the size of the shadow on the ground. But we figure it out. So now I've got to score at least 2 runs to keep this game going. Nice strike from my opponent. That's going to be a ball, though. Ooh, okay. That's the sort of pitch that I should be able to spot. Okay. Ooh, takes a little favorable bounce for me. And for some reason, Jose runs off of first base and, like, not in catching the ball, but even before that, when the grounder just ended up near second base, he decided, well, I guess I'll go over and help. He's doing his best. Well, he's the extra player for Jasmine's team in this game. So perhaps there's not a lot of cohesion between him and the rest of the Wombats. Okay, we're sprinting with Wally. Go, go, go. Jasmine's actually a little slow to get that throw off.
I'll do better next time.
So I mean, if I'm down by 2 and there's 2 runners on base and I've got Cheryl at the plate, you already know what I'm going for. Yeah. You can see how eager I am for it, that I'm swinging at something clearly outside the zone. And it kind of looks like I'm going to get it. Woo! Oh my gosh, did you see that? Amanda went into her idle animation, the ball bounced, and it just went straight into the catcher's glove. Ugh, if it had gone the other way, imagine. It's fine though. We do have 2 runners in scoring position and no outs. And we're up 2-0 in the count with my other power hitter. Might not have needed to swing at that. We're in a great spot. That's low. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. So we know she has a fireball. Or had. She could still have it, and it could have expired. I think it's random whether they, you know, are 1 use or 2 use or 3 use. We know she's got one, though. Or the possibility exists. Yuck. A terrible hit from Nomar there, and it's my own fault. I shouldn't have swung at that pitch. So now it's all down to Gwen with a fireball potentially in Amanda's pocket. Scary situation. He fouled that one off. So we've got 2 strikes. And in my mind, you know, I'm expecting the fireball, so I'm ready to swing. That's why I switched the stance to squared. So I have the biggest possible reach. But I didn't expect the back-to-back. Ouch. My second loss of this tournament. Well played to Jasmine. I'll be facing her again in the regular season, Game 9 of the Little League, and that'll actually be the very next video that I upload on this channel. So I'll be looking for revenge there. And I mean, in a triple elimination format, this one game had more, like, I don't know, statistical weight, I suppose, than 1 game out of 14 in the regular season. But I would prefer to, if I had to pick one of the 2 games to win, I suppose it would be the Little League game, as that's the one that, quote-unquote, counts. Not that any of these games are super important. It is just an online league for a 25-year-old children's baseball game, which we all, you know, do enjoy and do our best to win. My players didn't cooperate with me at every opportunity here, but that's all right. There's always the next game. So we are 4-2 in this tournament. We are still alive. Okay. That's about it. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.